Okay, so hey guys and welcome back to another Sport This Week video, and in today's video I've got basketball, NFL, tennis, football and F1 news. If you are new around here and you haven't subscribed though, please do so. Like video if you do indeed like video, and let's get straight into it. So, starting off this week, I'm going to start off with the NFL news. So, this week the Packers won 37-10 versus the Vikings. The Packers then lost 37-30 versus Detroit. Ravens lost 16-13 versus Steelers. Buccaneers won 41-17 versus Panthers. Patriots lost 33-24 versus Dolphins, and Cardinals lost 38-30 versus the Seahawks. So overall, not the best week for the teams that I follow for this. But that is the final week of the regular season. All 18 weeks have been finished, and now it's on to, I believe, the wild card, and then it'll be on to the main bit of the playoffs. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens now. This is the crunch time of the NFL. But yeah, moving on, I'm going to go to the tennis news now, where there is a lot of tennis news as there is multiple tournaments going on. So starting off this week, Tsitsipas lost 2-1 versus Schwartzman. Zverev won 2-0 versus Fritz. Australia, it was the Australia Open for both men and women, and doubles, men and women. Osaka won 2-1 versus Cornet. Nadal and Munya Clark won 2-1 versus Bayers and Etcheverry. Barty and Sanders won 2-0 versus Guelph and McNally. Canada won 2-1 versus Great Britain. Medvedev won 2-0 versus Dimonor. Medvedev and Sofilin won 2-1 versus Piers and Saville. Sabalenka lost 2-0 versus Juvan. Barty won 2-1 versus Guelph. Tsitsipas and Pervakarakis lost 2-1 versus Bashki and Metrivelli. Great Britain won 2-1 versus USA. Medvedev won 2-0 versus Berrettini. Nadal won 2-0 versus Berankis. Medvedev and Safilin won 2-1 versus Berrettini and Sinner. Osaka won 2-0 versus Zaveruska. Zverev lost 2-1 versus Alga Alisimi. Barty won 2-0 versus Kenin. Barty and Sanders won 2-1 versus Kitchenov and Mirza. I don't know why I said that with. I'm really struggling with names. Mirza. Yeah. Osaka won 2-0 versus Petkovin. Medvedev won 2-0 versus Olga Alisim. Medvedev and Saflin lost 2-1 versus Olga Alisim and Chapovalov. Barty won 2-0 versus Swiatek. Nadal won 2-0 versus Rusevori. Barty won 2-0 versus Rybakina to win the Women's Australian International. And Canada won 2-0 versus Spain to win the ATP Cup, which was started last week. Halep won 2-0 versus Kudermetov to win the Women's Australia Open. Nadal won 2-0 versus Cressy to win the Australia Open. Barty and Sanders won 2-0 versus Jurek and Klepak to win the the Australia Women Doubles International. And yeah, that is all the tennis news. Sorry, I struggled that so much. But yeah, that is all the tennis news. Moving on to the F1 news, as it is obviously not the season at the moment, there is only one tiny bit of news, where Zerfana, the head chief, I don't know, of Aston Martin has left. So yeah, that is all the F1 news. Moving on to the football news now. Pepe is signed for Augsburg. Clement is the new Monaco manager. Wolves won versus Man U. Silva has a 1-year contract extension for Chelsea. Patterson has signed for Everton. Southampton has had a 100 million takeover, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with them now. Cook has signed for Forest. Kamara has signed for Watford. Chelsea won 2-0 versus Spurs. Samir has signed for Watford. Milan won 3-1 versus Roma. Napoli drew 1-1 versus Juventus. Trippier has signed for Newcastle. Coutinho has signed for Villa. Antonio has signed a 2-year contract extension with West Ham. Kayambe has signed for Watford. Man City won 4-1 versus Swindon. Mönchengladbach won 2-1 versus Bayern. Brighton won 2-1 versus West Brom. Maitland-Niles has signed for Roma. Palace won 2-1 versus Millwall. Leicester won 4-1 versus Watford. Cambridge won 1-0 versus Newcastle, which is a big upset in the FA Cup. Chelsea won 5-1 versus Chesterfield. Everton won 3-2 versus Hull. Southampton won 3-2 versus Swansea. Lauria assigned for Forest. Twanzebe assigned for Napoli. Wolves won 3-0 versus Sheffield United. Liverpool won 4-1 versus Shrewsbury. Norwich won 1-0 versus Charlton. West Ham won 2-0 versus Leeds. Spurs won 3-1 versus Morecambe. Forest won 1-0 versus Arsenal. Juventus won 4-3 versus Roma. Lyon drew 1-1 versus PSG. Inter won 2-1 versus Lazio. And Villarreal drew 2-2 versus Atletico Madrid. And yeah, that is all the football news this week. A good amount of signings because it's the January transfer window, and there probably will be for the next couple of weeks. But moving on to the final sport now, which is basketball. Lakers won 108-103 versus Timberwolves. 76ers won 133-113 versus Rockets. Bulls won 102-98 versus Magic. Heat lost 115-108 versus Warriors. Clippers lost 122-104 versus Timberwolves. Lakers won 122-114 versus Kings. 76ers won 116-106 versus Magic. Celtics lost 99-97 versus Spurs. Heat won 115-109 versus Blazers. Celtics lost 108-105 versus Knicks. Clippers lost 106-89 versus Suns. 76ers won 119-100 versus Spurs. Bulls won 130-122 versus Wizards. Lakers won 134-118 versus Hawks. Clippers lost 123-108 versus Grizzlies. Celtics won 99-75 versus Knicks. Heat won 123-100 versus Suns. And Clippers won 160-93 versus the Hawks. And yeah, that is all the sport this week news. I hope you have enjoyed. Like the video if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you are new, and there might be a video coming later on in the week as the team of the week in FIFA is coming out, and I might be returning with a pack opening because I don't know if anybody had watched that, but we did one last year for team of the and team of the season on FIFA. So yeah, the FIFA content might be coming back, probably just for that one video. But yeah, thanks for watching.